We are ready. Hi, Enrique.
We are
Welcome,
ready.
everybody.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good Friday,
Good
everyone.
morning.
We're ready there.
So that was a very busy weekend, a busy weekend. We
Yes.
published a couple of we have the good event last weekend to talk about the BIM. So we have the couple of the new clients, we hope new subscription to our the YouTube channel and talking about the BIM. So, but today it's also the big day for us because we have a very good speaker, and so I think we will be able to highlight some of the great items on the BIM story, really.
Yeah, completely. Today is a special interview as well because we have a different touch. We're gonna see BIM differently from the artistic side. So before let's introduce our guest today. We're gonna just display here his presentation card. Let's say his name is Emmanuel Di Giacomo, based as an architect. So this is a call for all the non-architects who work with BIM. Please come with us because we have architects and BIM is more than architecture. So please, everyone, help us to make this more wide than architecture. So, as I said, he works for the development on the ecosystem of BIM with Autodesk. This is the main company developing BIM software like Revit or AutoCAD and more than that. And we have a very good interest in talk with him about the BIM, the BIM beauty, how to make beautiful designs, how the transition from the conception of the drawings until BIM, and also discussing about business, about money from his role on Autodesk. So this was the good interview that we have, and as always, I prepared some videos to share. So
very good. Let's go for the first one.
Let's go. Perfect. So for the first one, we prepare something. We start from the beginning, as I said, like how can we get from the 3D the design, or even before the hand drawing design to the BIM? And Emmanuel was sharing with us some of his thoughts, saying that listen, the analogical methods and digital methods, they are necessary to coexist between them, because you cannot make 3D design without being able to understand how is a hand drawing or putting those sketches in hand. So let's take a look at the video and we go after with the comments.
Et j'ai toujours été convaincu que finalement l'analogique et le numérique devaient cohabiter. C'est-à-dire que, imaginez, je pense que demain on concevra totalement dès le début en numérique. Je pense que c'est un peu une utopie, et je pense qu'on a besoin de transition douce et de chemin de traverse. Je pense que le processus de savoir-faire analogique qui inclut les croquis qu'on peut faire sur un bout de papier, ou quand on va au restaurant sur un bout de nappe en papier, etc. Les idées qui nous traversent la tête, on a besoin quand on est concepteur, hein, d'ailleurs pas uniquement que les architectes, mais les ingénieurs aussi, on a besoin à un moment de les poser rapidement pour en garder une trace. Et il est indispensable, il faut d'abord avoir, je pense, une maîtrise et une compréhension, de la théorie de la représentation et des modes de représentation, on va dire, classiques, que ce soit le croquis ou une perspective montée ou la géométrie descriptive, hein, qu'on apprend dans les premières années d'école, hein, que ce soit les écoles d'architecture ou d'ingénieurs. On apprend l'intersection des volumes, etc., la représentation classique géométrale. Et je pense que c'est beaucoup plus difficile si on n'a pas eu l'apprentissage de toutes ces bases. C'est beaucoup plus difficile d'être, on va dire, talentueux et d'exprimer totalement son talent, sa créativité, son ingéniosité, si on n'est pas passé par là. Et
So I think that's the basics, right? And I think we completely agree with him in terms of the way how this need to be structured. That's what it also comes over the last 6 different episodes as well. So that's really the basics. So I think we confirming some of the hypotheses which we are saying on the beginning. So that's really positive on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic. I really like this part because we haven't really take a look on the beauty part of the BIM, like what is the design, put it in haste on the visualization. We'll always talk about the data, which is really important, and where the movement, also the world is going to manage digital data. But this is important also for the architects who like this creativity and so on, that being able to do more, even more than with your hands with this with the software designs. So it's important, this link and the connection between the sketch towards the mouse or your touchpad to do some drawing. Good. So we have some comments here. Someone said good morning from Paris. Good morning. I'm now based in Malaga, Spain. So good morning to everyone from Malaga.
Hello, everybody. I'm from Brussels today. So just
Okay.
that's if you're streaming from Brussels.
Full international streaming. That's the beauty of the 21st century. Go. Let's keep moving. The second clip we're going to release from the interview is Emmanuel, as an architect. He's seen the fear that the architects feels about the BIM. So how come they will lose keeping the same track about the design? How come they will say, no, if we move towards the computer design, we're going to lose this creativity, this power of possibility to make beautiful stuff? No, it's not like that. No, you will see now how Emmanuel says that we can still make good and beautiful drawings with BIM, not only with your hands. So let's take a look at the video, and then we'll do our comments right after. And highlighting, we have people now interacting with us. If you have any questions, drop them. We're here and we love to hear from you.
Yeah, we will try just to manage the technology in the same time as the topic, right? So it's really fun part.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Clip 2, go.
Et qui est intéressant dans le sens où, par exemple, les architectes sont souvent apeurés, ils disent « Ah, mais ils ont peur du passage au BIM parce qu'ils se disent « Je vais perdre ma créativité, je vais être dépendant des outils qui sont rigides, etc. » Et on verra dans les diapositives qui vont suivre que ce n'est pas du tout vrai et qu'on peut tout à fait rester créatif, justement en trouvant le juste équilibre entre l'utilisation du numérique, d'outils avancés, tels que le BIM, et finalement notre pratique traditionnelle. Il faut garder à l'esprit que le métier, par exemple, d'architecte de concepteur, c'est un métier qui combine pas mal de matières et de savoirs, hein, la sociologie, l'environnement, l'architecture. Prenons le BIM et les technologies numériques comme simplement une prolongation de notre cerveau, de notre créativité, etc. Des gens venaient me voir, des Américains qui sont très à la pointe sur l'utilisation des modeleurs 3D, etc., me disaient, mais tu fais ça avec quoi? Avec 3ds Max, etc. Et je disais, non, je fais ça avec Revit. Revit permet de faire ce genre. Ils étaient très étonnés. Ils disaient, oh non, c'est pas possible, etc. Et alors, j'ai toujours voulu montrer cela. Et il y a à peu près je dirais, il y a 13-14 ans, j'ai eu envie de donner une véritable consistance à ça en créant une ville utopique. Alors, j'ai commencé par une ville utopique basée sur le plan de la ville de Rome. Donc, alors là, c'est l'un des bâtiments que vous pouvez voir dans cette ville. Je pense qu'il y a d'autres images après. Et toujours pareil, vous avez vu le processus. Il y a le croquis que vous voyez à gauche et ensuite la progression. Et là, vous avez une partie de cette ville utopique qui est constituée de bâtiments tous différents les uns des autres, très recherchés en termes de forme, etc. Et l'idée, c'était de montrer pour chacun de ces bâtiments qui constituaient la cohérence de toute la ville, qu'on pouvait, avec des outils et avec les outils qui sont à l'intérieur de Revit, qu'on pouvait concevoir des choses vraiment complexes, que traditionnellement on imagine plutôt faire avec un modeleur 3D du type 3ds Max ou Rhino, etc., parmi les meilleurs. Et là, vous voyez.
So first thing I want to say that the work that Emmanuel can do with Revit, me as a Revit user as well, in terms of graphic performance, is amazing. So first of all, congratulations. And that's the way he wanted to really put the force there to say to architects, look the things we can do with this 3D tools, making BIM as a part of your daily design. It's not to lower down. You need to be afraid about losing your creativity on anything. Connecting all the dots from the sketch and the croquis up to the point of being able to draw such a beautiful video, for example, with design software is possible. And architects they don't need to be afraid of this, because it's going to be an enhanced, an asset. And also the thing that he said, I really love it, like our hands They are an extension of our brain with the creativity processes, and this happens the same when you hold a crayon, when you hold a pen, or when you do it with your mouse or on your keyboard. You are also extending your brain through the creativity, and it's a different input method, but the extension of the process is the same.
Yeah, one of the things which for me, when I see this, and again, I'm just from the different background. When I see this, it really just shows the full understanding of the technology and the tool and the architecture. So it's really combining all of the different métier, different jobs into the one single one. So that's really what creates this effect of beauty. However, it's a great effect of the visibility from the architecture perspective. So that's really, I think, Emmanuel, he showed 100% of each domain of full control, and that's the reason why it's becoming such a great the designs and the great constructions at the end.
Yeah. So now, no worries, Peter, because we're gonna get closer and closer to your favorite topic. We start, as I said, with a small history of finance and talking about the transition from the sketch and the hand drawing to BIM, which I think is very beautiful and interesting as well, because we haven't got this opportunity so far in our BIM Cafe. But we're gonna get closer. We're gonna get closer to the money. Also, Emmanuel, remembered he has this role of being in charge for the development of BIM implementation and software within Europe from Autodesk. So he has very good insights. And before to jump into that, we're going to talk about the main problem here, which is the education. How come the architects, they focus more in France, of course, how come the architects and the people in design, they don't really get a good education and a good formation, so when they join these companies, they don't have the same mindset. He was really criticizing the schools there, and let's see what he says, and then we comment right after, okay?
Let's go for the education part. It's very interesting, though.
Moi, je suis, par exemple, parfois choqué d'entendre ce qu'on peut apprendre comme outil aux élèves dans les écoles d'architecture. Alors, il y a des profs qui te disent, ou alors non, je dirais que c'est même plus grave que ça. Il y a des directeurs d'école, des directrices qui ne sont... Moi, j'ai eu ce genre d'échange, d'ailleurs, avec certains directeurs ou directrices, qui ne sont pas des sachants et qui disent: ah oui, mais nous, nos élèves, nous, on leur apprend à faire de la 3D, donc on leur fait utiliser tel logiciel, on leur apprend à faire du BIM. Et ils citent des noms de logiciels qui ne sont pas du tout des logiciels courants qu'on utilise dans le BIM. Alors, premièrement, il y a ça. Et après, il y a le niveau de connaissance et de compétence de certains enseignants qui prétendent apprendre à leurs élèves justement à se servir d'un outil 3D. Si tu ne maîtrises pas un outil à fond, si tu n'en connais pas les limites, et j'en reviens à cette notion de modélisation, etc., dans Revit, par exemple, si tu fais de la modélisation basique avec les outils qui sont livrés, clairement, ta créativité sera extrêmement limitée. Je trouve que c'est intéressant, parce qu'un chef de projet, et moi j'ai vu, après je parlerai de la différence que j'ai vue d'un point de vue culturel, mais un chef de projet qui ne connaît pas l'outil de production qui est utilisé, il est dans la même impasse. C'est-à-dire qu'il va demander quelque chose au BIM modeler, parce que dans les faits, il ne va pas forcément lui modéliser. Il va lui dire, ben voilà, j'aimerais avoir un bras structurel qui parte effilé comme ça, etc., avec des congés à cet endroit-là, etc. S'il ne maîtrise pas, s'il ne sait pas ce que les outils sont capables de faire, le BIM modeler, il est tout à fait libre de lui dire « Ah mais non, mais techniquement parlant, c'est pas possible, donc du coup, on est obligé de faire une forme comme ça, etc. » Alors, pourquoi je dis ça? Parce que j'ai constaté pendant 6 ans, je me suis occupé de la France, de l'Italie, de l'Espagne et du Portugal. Par exemple, je vais prendre 2 exemples extrêmes. En France, les chefs de projet, souvent, ne modélisent pas sur les outils. En Italie, les chefs de projet, pour la plupart, modélisent. Ils n'ont pas des architectes, une équipe d'architectes qui modélisent pour eux. Donc, ils sont autonomes et ils prennent leurs responsabilités en Italie. Et du coup, ils sont obligés de connaître de manière un peu pointue les outils ou de savoir en tout cas dans quelle direction on peut aller. Et ça, c'est hyper important.
Wow, well, that's a good example of the different countries, by the way. So just I think that's also show that's depends. It will depend on the schools, depends on the architectural schools. So you will just you will have a different digital skills at the end.
Yeah. This is he will also explain later on the next clip as well, talking more further about education. But it depends really from your cultural background and so on, how you have this is 3D design and 3D mind, let's say, structure or not. And also, it's a big influence that he said that in schools, the program and the tools they're teaching, they're not really the one that actually you use. It's so that the base on the program is there, and when people arrive to the real life, let's say, they say, okay, everything I learned, I cannot apply it here. I need to learn everything again. Back when it happens to me as well with my university studies. So I think it's a very common practice, but it's very sad because like this put people away from it. So when you start your professional career, is where you really start to understand or to see what you need for BIM, not on the education side. And this is a shame.
The one thing, Enrique, just a technical pause for a second. There is people who just chatting with us, so thank you for that one. We appreciate. We cannot chat back to LinkedIn. That's what we learned today. So this is
okay.
great. We can chat back to the YouTube right now, which is also the part of the stream is going on. So we will just try to ask the Restream team who is helping us with all of the tool. But sorry for the guys who are just listening us on the LinkedIn, and we just hit the record number today. So thank you very much. There is some technical bottlenecks which we cannot solve. Sorry for that.
No worries. You can post any comments on the event. We will come back to you later, happily. So no worries for that. Good. Let's move on. Go for the next clip. As I said, still talking a bit about education, and now we're going to focus a bit in France how the architectural, mostly focus on architectural education, is designed. Emmanuel was criticizing that this design, this base is coming from the politics, not by the professionals. So really, it's a bit a shame that the technical people cannot really have an impact on the side how the architects will be formed. Let's take a look at the video and we go back after with our comments.
Let's go.
Industrie du bâtiment, etc. Alors que, par exemple, en France, on voit qu'il y a un retard évident et chronique au niveau de l'éducation dans les écoles d'architecture, parce que déjà, on a une structuration qui fait que chaque école, il y a une vingtaine d'écoles en France, chacune a son indépendance au niveau pédagogique. Du coup, ça vient pas du haut, c'est pas pyramidal. Et en tout cas, le changement, si vous voulez, méthodologique et éventuellement réglementaire, qui en Italie a été poussé par les milieux universitaires, en France, c'est pas du tout le cas. Ce sont les milieux politiques et bien plus fort encore, les fédérations professionnelles. Et d'ailleurs, on voit à titre d'exemple que le premier PTNB, plan de transition numérique dans le bâtiment, il y avait eu une erreur de communication du PTNB à l'époque qui avait dit dans 2 ans, le BIM sera obligatoire. Et c'était une erreur. Du coup, il y avait eu un véritable boost. Nous, on l'avait vu en tant qu'éditeur, où tout le monde était passé, avait acheté des logiciels, beaucoup de gens avaient acheté des logiciels, s'étaient formés. Et quand 2 ans après, le président de l'époque du PTNB, Bertrand Delcambre, avait dit « Ah mais non, mais c'est une erreur, vous ne nous avez pas compris, en fait, c'est pas une obligation, c'est une recommandation », le soufflet est retombé. Et c'est dommage, parce que qu'est-ce qui s'est passé depuis ? Il s'est passé que si vous regardez la courbe de l'innovation, la courbe du temps, vous voyez que toutes les grandes entreprises, les grandes ingénieries, les grandes entreprises de construction, elles sont en haut de cette courbe. Nous, les éditeurs, on est en haut. Parfois, les entreprises, certaines nous dépassent même parce qu'elles ont beaucoup de moyens, etc. Et le problème, c'est les TPE-PME qui sont tout en bas. Voilà.
So, but that's, I think, it's coming the same what we have with the interview with one of our Spanish colleagues from the Spanish editor, right? That she said very similar things, right? So, Anne, she was talking that if the governmental structures will require a part, etc., that will be driving the evolution and the speed up the whole process, right?
Yeah, and the criticizing also here is saying that they are where the plans are made from the politicians. They don't really understand the scope. So when they say that for this BTP plan in France of the digital building transformation, they say, okay, BIM is going to be mandatory in 2 years. So people start to buy license, hire people, change their workflow flow. And then it happens now, we say, no, we didn't say that. We say it will be recommended, but not really mandatory. So they said the soufflé, the bubble burst, like people start to say, okay, fine, this is bullshit. We don't really need to invest on this. Why we need such a hurry to put so much money and efforts on this. So it was really a shame because it hit hard the BIM industry, saying that people invested on this, believe it or not, and then when they say no, it's not mandatory anymore. Oh, okay, I won't use it anymore. I won't invest more time on it. So ashamed for that. But it's a marathon. No, we see this BIM process as a marathon. It's not like a 100-meter race at all. It's not like 1 to 5 kilometers. It's a marathon. We do a long run slowly, train for it.
Let's try to be trained, but I think that the governmental part, especially, we need to look also the European Union, how we can just drive it across the different borders, because the part of the trans frontier movement, I think it's really important in terms of the data, in terms of the education, etc. So we need to take a look at it. So for some of the interviews, maybe we can get somebody from the European Commission just to talk about the BIM.
Yeah. This is aiming high, but why not? No? Why not?
Let's go. Let's try this, because I don't understand how they're driving it, and then this is the savings for the whole industry, in fact. So, and I'm going back to money. I need to change.
No worries, because the money is not right now. So we are showing. We're talking about now with the BIM barriers, and what are the main reasons that the architects and for the industry, the AEC sector in general, but the architects deny or stop this change towards BIM. Let's see what Emmanuel says based on an interesting survey that he shared with us, a focus on France, of course, and we will comment right after.
France, c'est ce que je disais au tout début, les gens, et notamment les architectes, je peux le dire parce que je suis architecte, donc c'est tout de suite, ils vont vous parler des coûts. Ah non, mais c'est trop cher sur les barrières. Enrique, tu posais les questions sur les barrières. Ah non, mais c'est quoi les barrières? Ah non, mais c'est trop cher, ça marche très bien comme ça, AutoCAD, moi, ça marche bien, etc. J'ai pas le temps, on n'a pas le temps, etc. Ça, c'est les barrières qu'on revoit tout le temps. C'est aussi les résistances internes des gens qui sont là depuis très longtemps, qui n'ont pas envie de changer. C'est aussi les barrières, on en a parlé, Piotr, c'est les jeunes qui ne sont pas suffisamment bien formés. Et on le voit bien, moi je veux d'acceptation du BIM dans les entreprises. Je pense que depuis quelques temps maintenant, il y a une prise de conscience de l'importance du BIM et du numérique. Ça ne veut pas dire qu'ils y passent forcément tous, mais en tout cas, on sait, il y a cette prise de conscience. Parfois, ce qui est un peu frustrant, c'est que il y a des excuses qui ressortent à chaque fois. Oui, mais les logiciels n'interopèrent pas très bien entre eux, et les IFC, ça marche pas, ce qui est faux. Il y a de toute façon les problèmes d'interopérabilité. Moi, je suis un peu vieux dans le domaine. Les problèmes d'interopérabilité, ça date pas d'aujourd'hui. Il y a uniquement 25% des agences d'architecture dans le monde qui travaillent en BIM. 25%. Ça veut dire qu'il y a encore 75%. Et je suis persuadé que si on regarde en France, en France, on sera encore cette moyenne-là. Il y a toujours des choses à faire parce qu'il y a encore beaucoup de gens qui travaillent en 2D de manière classique, etc. Ensuite, sur la dernière question.
So I think that's a very good topic, and you can guys listen to the whole interview just at 10:30. It will be released on the YouTube. So just if you wish to catch it, the whole part, the whole 1 hour discussion which we have, and it was really good, and you can see all of the images, not only the extracts but Enrique show. I think let's jump in there, and that's, I think, also just when you look at the numbers, what Emmanuel he said, it's just that's the reason why we just try just to go and talk about it in the simple way, right? To all of the people in the industry, and not only in industry. So just I really wish that the CEOs of the businesses will understand why the transformation of the construction can bring them the extra profitability, productivity, and at the end the profitability. So.
Yep, very important. And also one thing that Emmanuel mentioned a few minutes ago, I'm just going to link to the last one. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to display here the topic is about the smooth transition towards BIM and make BIM in different aspects. BIM is not 3D. We need to break that barrier of BIM is the 3D design. We say this since the day one of our BIM Cafe back in March, if I don't remember. BIM is visualization plus data, geometry, and information. BIM is not always 3D design. You can do BIM with Excel. You can do BIM with POSIT as well. All other Emmanuel said a couple of interviews ago. BIM is collaboration, is communication, is making these things more dynamic and also through a digital way. So we don't need to use everyone Revit or.
Okay, I can see Emmanuel. I can see Enrique that Emmanuel he added the extra dimension to your two-dimension business.
So someone calling up there on the bike. Good. So we're gonna play this text video, it's the last clip, and we comment right after.
Croquis, l'utilisation d'une plateforme collaborative, c'est le premier pas finalement vers le passage au BIM. C'est un premier pas dans la douceur, souple. C'était gratuit à l'époque, ça l'est plus maintenant. Tant pis, il y a des solutions qui existent sur le marché, mais c'était déjà bien de passer par là. Donc la transition vers le BIM, elle peut être, douce. Et je pense aussi qu'il faut sortir de cette idée, si on pense à tous les acteurs du bâtiment, il faut sortir de cette idée que le BIM, c'est tout le monde doit faire de la 3D. C'est pas vrai. Quelqu'un qui est sur un chantier, il peut faire du BIM à sa façon, avec un fichier Excel ou alors en regardant sur un écran interactif les plans, c'est-à-dire en n'ayant plus des plans papier, en manipulant une maquette 3D. Et c'est déjà super, c'est déjà très bien. Donc en fait, il faut que le BIM soit à géométrie variable et qu'il soit adapté au profil de n'importe quel type d'entreprise. Il ne faut pas que ce soit perçu comme quelque chose de contraint, de compliqué, de cher, etc. Parce que moi, ça fait 30 ans que j'en suis convaincu de l'importance du numérique, comme je le disais au début. Il faut absolument que les gens comprennent que c'est un passage obligé. On n'imaginerait pas prendre une voiture et sortir sa carte en papier pour aller d'un point A à un point B. On a tellement de possibilités maintenant que les technos embarqués dans les véhicules, avec les véhicules autonomes. Moi, je rêve demain de rentrer dans ma voiture, d'appuyer sur un bouton et de pouvoir lire un livre en même temps. Jamais j'aurais imaginé ça il y a quelques années. Et pour moi, le BIM, c'est une étape parmi tant d'autres sur la transformation de notre industrie.
I think we're getting to the end of our conversation, Enrique. So I think that's really the important part. The different aspects of BIM, which you mentioned, and the consumption in terms of the subscription. I think that's something which is really interesting and important. Any other thoughts on your side? And I think we need to slowly conclude our session.
We'll do it soon. Just to highlight what said Emmanuel said at the end, because I think it's a very nice sentence to put it as a quote for us, that BIM is one of the digital steps of the transition in our life. So he put the example of cars, and you imagine now driving without a GPS, and 10 years ago everyone was using these paper maps. No? So it's another step of the transition, and people want it or not, and this is something that repeats with many of our guests, that BIM is a part of the digital evolution on the construction industry, and people who don't take it, understand, or want it, at the end they will be denied by themselves. Like the time will give the right that we need to move to this digital transformation and digital information management and so on. So I think it's a nice BIM to put at the end of today's BIM Cafe, because it's important to understand that BIM is part of the transformation. It's just one stage more on this digital world.
My God, you're just getting better and better with conclusions. So guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you, Emmanuel, for the great interview. It will be released in the 2 minutes into our YouTube channel. So thank you for the great exchange. We will be next week at Friday 10 o'clock. You can also watch it reply online, of course, on the LinkedIn and also on the YouTube on our channel. Click the button, subscribe. We have some great information to share next week. So I hope the next episode of the season will be also bringing some value. We are hitting, as we are just streaming on the different platforms. I think we are getting right now the pretty good attractions on the LinkedIn and on the YouTube. We will see how we will just expand it to the others. So thank you very much again, Enrique. Thank you very much for preparing everything.
Thanks to you, a pleasure.
And just grabbing the Emmanuel was really good discussion, guys. I really like the idea of different view of the BIM in the world. And by the way, Enrique, I haven't still found the money. Okay, found the money on this. So we need to still keep looking for the easy way to find the money for us.
Completely. Thank you, everyone who is watching YouTube, LinkedIn, and please contact us, interact with us. We love to hear from you. We love to have your input, your invitation, and you want to participate. Someone who may be interested. Here we are. That's what we get in our guests, or recommendation, and people who likes to see this. So please come to us. I'm Pablo José. Hablamos español. We speak English, and also in Polish, but I don't know how to say that. And more languages you can try. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good weekend ahead, and see you next week.
Thanks, Enrique. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Bye. Thank you very much. Bye. Ciao, ciao.